Right. This is Instagram call. I was typing this document out and there's a fuck ton of information. So I'm going to do it pretty much like the last time, except for this time, I'm going to absolutely run through everything. And then at the end, we're going to handle all the questions because there's a fuck ton of questions. There's loads. So I'm going to go through my part. Very little questions, if possible. If you have a question that is general or a question that can be asked at the end, just make sure to write it down and then write it in the chat and then I'll read it. But if it's not too important, don't stop me. Don't interrupt me because this call is going to be like 5 hours if I just keep stop and start. So with Instagram, it is probably one of the most beneficial ones to have is because you have a lot of traffic sources that can run through Instagram. So Instagram alone can be a massive traffic source, but the fact that you can use it as a central hub for multiple other traffic sources like dating apps, TikTok, and you can funnel it all through the Instagram. You can constantly grow your Instagram simultaneously while growing all your other social media accounts. So it's just a very good central hub, and every single girl has an Instagram, so why not have one? You're cutting yourself short and you're limiting yourself by not having an IG. So it's essential. You should have Instagram. You should be running an Instagram as a funnel. Even if you have Reddit, I still suggest to have Instagram. So part one is going to be on account setup. A lot of people have asked in the questions, how do you set up to focus on America? It's a valid question. I'm going to give you my exact setup and how we do it. And you can try closely or try replicate it as closely as possible. If you can do it or not, I don't know, but this is how we do it. I have family members in America. These people have phone farms. I've sent them over phones. I trust them. I know them. I go to fucking Christmas dinners with them, whatever. These people do all of my Instagram marketing. There's very little devices that we have that aren't really pushing Instagram. And that is because of the location. You want the location to be in America. That's very important. So we have people in America. You can do this through Fiverr or Upwork or connections that you make in my network chat for free. Get talking to people and start working with people, start collaborating with people. You want the phones in America, ideally. So Instagram is set up in America. If you do not have any family members, get some Mexicans, get some people that want some easy work. It's 1 to 2 hours a day. Get them set up in America. If you don't do that, I would just simply create the Instagram account as normal and focus on what I'll talk about in a few chapters later. But that's our exact setup. We have a person running an Instagram account as usual on phone devices with the same Wi-Fi. Depending on what funnel you're using, the accounts can be aged or the accounts can be brand new. You set up the account like a normal person. Use oh, I've already mentioned this. I'm going to mention this twice now. Okay, that's it. Right, I'll be talking about that bit again. So next on account setup, this is going to cover the overall account. When you look at the account, it's very important. When you're setting up an Instagram account, you can't have anything that's too sexual. The reason for this is you do not want to get shadow banned. You don't want to get your reach limited by Instagram. So you need to keep the photo safe, the profile picture. Don't have fucking lingerie. Don't have massive cleavage. Have it very safe for work and very girl next door. Like, this is absolutely essential because if you get a shadow ban or I don't know the fucking term for Instagram, but basically the reach gets lowered on Instagram. If that happens, the account is basically useless. You don't want that to happen. You want to keep the account all green. Any sexual call to action, so you don't want overly sexual emojis. You don't want any sexual words in the bio. You want to keep it very safe for work, very funny and flirtatious. I have examples below that I can show you later on. And yeah, sexual call to actions, like don't have anything like come see more and spell the come like C-U-M, come see more daddy and all this shit. That's a load of shite. You don't want that. You want to look like a normal girl that has an OnlyFans, or even better yet, an influencer that has an OnlyFans. Account status needs to be green in settings for max reach. So there's like 4 criteria that Instagram will shadow ban you on. That's like removed content. So if the content, if you're nude, if you have boobs shown or nipples shown, whatever, you'll get like a little strike. and that's removed content. So it'll remove the content automatically. Content being recommended. So this is like a shadow ban on the homepage. You don't want that to happen. Once again, this happens by posting nude content, posting content that is just too sexual, and you get fucked. Content on the feed, once again, that's kind of like scrolling through and scrolling through your home feed on Instagram. If that goes, you're not getting recommended. And features, that's one of the last. So there's four of them, and they're like the four types of shadow bans. Location pinning. So how do you locate or make sure the account is located in Instagram or in America? Like your audience has been pushed, you have an American audience. A lot of people ask this in the questions. People are like, do I use a VPN? Do I use a SIM card like in USA for TikTok? Is it the same thing? No, it's not. The way you get location pinned in America is having the account directed in an American audience. This is not 100%. You're not going to do exactly what I say and get 100% USA, but it is your best shout at doing it. All of the other industries, apart from OnlyFans, seem to do this, but we don't. We're all focused on the technical parts, but you have to break it down to common sense. If your content is only shown in an American TV show that is only shown in America that isn't popular anywhere else, there's a high chance that the audience that's going to engage with that TV show is going to be in America. And if they're the only people engaging with it, that's the only people that Instagram is going to show that content to. So this is how you need to apply it. So you need to make sure that your keywords are on point, the type of content is on point. So if your girl is dancing and she's wearing an American football jersey, that is a much better shout than having an AC Milan shirt, which is a football team from Italy. That is a better chance at getting to an American audience. If you have a Patriots shirt, I don't know what fucking sport that is, but a Patriots jersey, that is going to be pushed to America more than it is to an audience in Germany. So you just break it down like that. All your content needs to be directed to an American audience. How can you do that? Hashtags, locations. So when you pin the location, when you're asked to input the location, make sure the location matches the theme of the post. So if you're wearing Patriots, you'll have to Google that. I don't know where the fuck they're from or what they play. Make sure it's the same location. That is telling Instagram that the type of content is coming from a central hub. Don't have like bios mentioned in Miami and then the location being in San Fran. Just doesn't make sense. Have everything from a center point, and Instagram's going to catch on to it a lot quicker. This is the same for TikTok. We had a guy embedding the videos. I was watching a video and we've been testing. We have a guy embedding the videos with loads of text. And the idea that I got from was fucking a guy on YouTube was embedding text. He was selling dog products and he was embedding text with all of dog product keywords. So he was going on to Google, finding all the key search words for dog products and shit. He was putting it on TikTok. He was making the text super small or translucent so you could see through it, or transparent. And he was embedding the video with that. And then that's just given TikTok a better understanding of the type of content that you're trying to push to people, which means the audience is going to be more accurate. So it's the exact same thing for getting an American audience. Is this going to be 100% US? No, but it's your best shot at getting an American audience. Another thing is, if you have a bunch of fucking German people following your account, it's a high likelihood that more German people are going to follow your account. So try to keep your traffic sources pinned from America as much as possible. So dating apps, if you want an American audience, try get dating app followers. TikTok, if you want an American audience, try get American people coming from the TikTok accounts. And the more American people that follow this account, the more suggestions you're going to get, because it's like, if you ever have like a certain follower list, Instagram will show similar content. So if a few of the people that I follow on Instagram, if they like a post, if they comment on a post, it's going to be shown to their follower list. So if you're in America and all your friends are in America and I comment on a post, my American friends that on my followers list are going to see that post. So that's how your content grows once more, is these people seeing that you've commented on a post or liked a post, and then it gets pushed to more American people. So it's kind of like a snowball effect. So that's pretty much location services. That's what we do. With regards to house Wi-Fi, if you're not in America, that's fine. But I'm going to talk about that in the next slide. So aged versus new account. There's two types. You can get aged and you can get new. I recommend that you start with a new account if you're building real pages. That is because you can control the audience from the very beginning. If you buy an aged account, although you might buy it and there could be fuck all followers on it, that account has history. That account at one point could have had 200 followers or 300 followers. If all of those people are from India, that is not good because Instagram has stored that information and it's going to apply it in future to the new people that are coming to that account. If there's 300 Indians on that account and you post a reel, there's a high chance that most of the audience is going to be coming from India just because of the past history on that account, the activity. So for an aged account, the type of funnels that you want to run are mostly dating apps because you can just have it sitting there as a landing page and you want the account to be safe. You don't want the account to get banned. It's just a safe, more efficient, more time efficient option is to have an aged account. If you want real pages, I suggest you start from zero. With public and private, so you have aged and new. So aged, you want to focus on dating apps because they're going to last longer. They're safer to work with. You're going to run into less bans. If you're setting up new accounts, you're going to run into a lot of bans quickly. Like you're going to set up the account, then you're going to log into it tomorrow and you're going to come up and say this account is suspended for 180 days. That happens a lot with new accounts, but if you want to grow real pages, that's the best way. Now, another thing is public versus private. What's better? What's better for what? The mindset behind having a private page is if you are doing traffic from Instagram, or sorry, traffic from dating apps, and the person's on Bumble, he's typing to you, he can't get in touch with you, and you've messaged him first, but then after, or you haven't messaged him at all, and in the 24 hours, he sees your Instagram username, he funnels to your IG, and he wants to talk to you more, he wants to meet up with you. If you have a private Instagram, he has to follow request you, but he can see your bio. So he goes to your bio, he sees that you have an OnlyFans and be like, fuck it, I'm biting the bullet. I can't fucking talk to her here. I'm going to go subscribe to OnlyFans because I want to message her and I want to see her naked. That is the whole theory behind the private page, is that you're taking away the opportunity for them to message you on Instagram. So they then funnel to OnlyFans and subscribe there. So you're basically taking away opportunity from them and streamlining the funnel. With public pages, the benefit is, so that's the benefit of the private, is you streamline the funnel. The benefit of the public is now you can use Instagram as a funnel itself, because if you're on public, your content's going to be suggested to people outside your follower list. And when you get suggestions outside your follower list, that means you can grow. And that means you can get real views, carousel views, pick views, whatever the fuck, and your page is getting traction and it's getting impressions to people that aren't followers. So it's a very good thing. So those are the pros and cons of private versus public. Do you want to talk about something else? No, I think I'll cover it on the other side. Right. So real pages versus landing page, the growth strategies between each of them. So the real page, how do you grow real pages? It's like, to put it in a different way, is you want a central tap. Actually, no. If you go to a banquet, probably fuck all of you gone to a banquet. I haven't either, but I know in the James Bond movies they have it. You have loads of champagne glasses and it's like a fucking pyramid. And you have the champagne glass, the top, there's one champagne glass. Then there's 4, next, then there's 8, and it just keeps going down like a pyramid. If I pour champagne into the top champagne glass, it's eventually going to overflow and start going to flowing into the next 4. And then it's going to flow into the 8, and then it's going to flow into 16, or whatever the math is. That's how you want to grow your pages on Instagram, is you're just going to shout out the pages below it. So let's say you have a main Instagram account, and this is account 1. You're going to promote all the other accounts. So account 2, 3, 4, 5. You can do this one account at a time, or you can promote multiple accounts at a time. You're just simply going to do shout outs. You're going to tag the main account, or you're going to tag the secondary account as a collaboration, which we're going to talk about next. You're basically going to tag the secondary account in some way on the main account, and you're going to do a call to action to follow this secondary account. And what's that going to do is it's going to dilute your audience, but that is going to help you grow all of these pages, because when you're pushing traffic artificially to the secondary pages, that's going to boost the reach on these accounts. Instagram is going to be like, right, there's a lot of traffic coming into this account. We're going to start pushing it to more people because the content is obviously engaging, and that's what you want. So to grow real pages, the way we do it is you have a central account, you start with one. Every girl usually has one account and maybe a backup account. You can do two ways. You can do one account at a time, or you can do multiple. The main account is promoting all the other accounts. So we'll just do one by one. So the main account promotes the secondary account. The secondary account gets to 3,000, fucking 5,000 followers, whatever it is. Then you set up a third account. So this is the second secondary account. And the first account and the second account now promote the third account. You grow up the third account to 3, 4, 5,000 followers. Then you start a fourth account and you do it like it's like a snowball effect of pouring champagne and the champagne over fucking flows. That is how you grow real pages. That is how we do it. Landing pages. The difference between a real page and a landing page is a real page you want to get traffic from Instagram. A landing page it's just a stepping stone to the OnlyFans page. The landing page is something like a private account for dating apps. You want to take away the opportunity to message on Instagram, and you just want them to go straight to OnlyFans. So that's the difference between a real page and a landing page. The growth strategy for the real page is you do the champagne overflow strategy, and the landing page is you just have 9 to 24, 30 photos on the private page. You have a nice simple bio, and it's just a landing page. They click the link and that's it. Like you can purchase followers if you want, but your goal is just for it to sit there and act as a funnel to OnlyFans. So with real pages, how often should you post? I would do 3 posts a day. You can do one, especially if you're running mass real page accounts, you're probably going to do one post per day. You can do up to 5 if you want. You can do as many as you want, but I would say in the range of 1 to 5, similar to TikTok. Don't do too many, just simply because they're never going to get a chance to grow by themselves. But if you're giving a video 8 to 24 hours just for itself to get views before it starts to slow down, you're going to get much better views per video, which is what you want. What to post on each account. So for real pages, our strategy is a pinned photo for the top 3 photos, because on Instagram on the phone you have 3 photos going across, and we do a pinned photo. It's the girl's face, the girl's boob, so it's front facing, and the girl's ass. If you have a really good looking girl with really nice tits but no ass, you want to focus all 3 pictures on different angles of the front. You want to focus on the girl's strength. If she's a really nice ass but a shit face and fucking inverted tits, you want to focus on the ass for all 3. So just apply some logic, look at the girl and ask yourself, if I were to fuck her, what would be the thing that makes me decide to fuck her? And that's the thing you need to focus on. So make sure you follow or you focus on her strengths for the 3 pin photos. Have some diversity in each. So don't make them the exact same pose, the exact same background, the exact same clothing, exact same hairstyle. Have them different and always focus on the main part of the girl. So whatever her best feature is, that's what you need to focus the 3 pin photos on. That's what we do for real pages. Then for carousels. So carousels are basically a way you can post. If you don't know what a carousel is, it's just like you can have multiple photos on the same post. So you do like the sliding thing. And then reels. So you can have your pinned photos, then you can have carousels. With the carousels, you can post a picture and a video. So you could post a really nice picture, and then on the second post, you could have a reel. So when the person goes onto the account, they see loads of pictures, but when they go into the post, they can see reels. And then you get the organic reach from the reels as well as pictures, and it kind of acts as both. You can do it as a landing page for dating apps if you wish, and it's going to get organic reach and it looks nice, because with real pages, if you don't do what I tell you next, it kind of looks shitty. You just get the thumbnail of like the standard video of the reel. If you don't select it properly, it's just like a shitty part of the video. So with reels, when you post a reel, make sure you post a picture with the reel. So as the thumbnail. So if you have like a reel of her shaking her ass, you could post a picture of a high quality image of her with her ass. It could be taken before or after the reel. So if she's shaking her ass on the bed, you could do a really nice picture with her on the bed. The exact same scene as when she recorded the reel, if that makes sense. Don't just take a thumbnail from the fucking reel because it looks shit and it's going to be low resolution. It's a high chance that it's not going to be a clear photo. So you can do two birds with one stone with the reel. When you go onto the account, you can see that like the reel icon is on the video, but the actual picture on the Instagram landing page looks really nice. So that's reels. Carousels is basically that exact same thing, but the carousel, you can have a really nice picture and it can have anything you want. You can apply the same logic with the reel. It can just be a picture of when she did the reel, or it can be a proper photo that looks really nice. And then when you swipe through, it can be a reel. And then you get the best of both worlds. I just covered that. So ways to post reel versus video plus pic. So a reel, you're going to have the reel, and then as the thumbnail, you're going to have a nice picture, and then the video plus picture is going to be the carousel. You're going to have a really nice picture. It can be related to the reel, or it can be a unique photo itself. And then on the second part, you have the reel. And then for posting content on Instagram, just use the TikTok downloader bot. Instagram isn't too strict with metadata or how they track what content is on the page or what content is on the fucking social media platform. They just want people on the platform because that's how they make the most money. So just use the TikTok downloader bot. When you're choosing reels or when you're choosing TikToks to post on Instagram, post the best performing ones that are safe for work. You can do a second thing now that I'm going to talk about in the next chapter. And this is going to help you grow a shit ton without getting any account bans. So you can't do this on TikTok, but you can do it on Instagram. And that is the collaboration video hack. I talked about this maybe a week ago in the chat. It's class. So what this allows you to do, you might have seen it if you're flicking on Instagram yourself, or if you're doing any research for the girls, you might have seen this in the past. You might see a girl walking. One of the trends that I can talk about now, because it's dead, is a girl walking to the fridge and opening food or opening the fucking fridge door, but she's balls naked, butt naked. And it's just like a reverse video. So she's walking up to the fridge and she opens up the fridge, and the guy or the cameraman is just following her, and it's just looking at her ass, and she's kind of walking slow, taking her time to the fridge. She opens the fridge, takes out whatever the fridge, and that's it. So it's just a rear view of her ass, and she's butt naked. Balls naked doesn't make sense. And how can you do that? How can you post a video of a naked girl walking to the fridge on Instagram? You can do it via collabs. So you can figure this out yourself. I've pretty much given you the SOP here. So post super high risk content. You can post content with like a girl's tits in like super revealing mesh. So you can basically see everything, like fishnets where there's no kind of small fishnet linking. You can basically see the nipple. This can be done by the collaboration video hack. So what you're going to do is you're going to set up a slave account on Instagram. This can be an aged account. I would actually recommend that it's an aged account because it's going to be a lot easier to set up, a lot quicker, a lot more efficient. You're simply just going to post the video, the reel, on that account. Then you're going to go to when you're posting the video, you're going to tag people. So the tag people button, and then invite collaborators. Then you're just going to search the main account, the account that you want to post the content on. You're going to search up that username and you're going to select that. Then on the main account, you accept collaboration, whatever. When you go onto the main account now, after accepting the collaboration, you are going to see that video, the naked video of the girl walking to the fridge, on the main account. So let's say the account one is the mother account. This is the account that you want to keep safe and you don't want to fuck up. This account does not post anything. You have account two, which is the slave account, and you can have just set up this account with one reel. That's all it needs to be. And your link tree, obviously, because it's going to get traffic by itself. And profile picture, you're going to set it up as a slave account, but it just needs to post one video. Then when you post that video, you need to tag the person and it's going to come up with invite collaborators. If you walk through the steps, you'll see what I mean. It's very straightforward. It's not rocket science. Then you invite the collaborator, which is going to be the main account. And once you accept a collaboration, the video of the naked girl on the second account that you don't care if it gets banned because it's just a throwaway account is now going to be visible on the home account, the main account. So you can post naked content, get a shit ton of traffic to either page. It doesn't matter because you have the link tree on both. Sorry, my throat is super tickly. And that is how you post naked content. So this was a massive trend. It's still going, but this is a way that you can post naked content on Instagram and not get banned. So you're looking at yourself like, how the fuck is this still, is this video not being banned or reported or whatever? It's just like, it might get reported, but you can just keep on doing it. It's fine. It doesn't matter if that account, the second account gets banned. So that is a way you can post naked content on Instagram and get away with it. Next, ManyChats. So this is a verified earners secret. This is huge in the verified earners group. A lot of people use it. We've tried it and now I'm sharing it with you. So ManyChats is basically a tool you can set up. I will have a link after the call or whenever the fucking affiliate gets accepted. But I think you get a free month free or something. So I think you can try it for free and get the most out of it with the link. So once I get that, I'll send it in. This allows you to engage with your audience without actually doing it yourself. So examples of this is you can post a story and say, very simply, reply to this story saying ass, and I'll send you an ass pic. If the person, and you put it in fucking parentheses so they know exactly what to type. If they type in ass, A-S-S, lowercase, it'll automatically run a script on the Instagram account to then send a picture of the ass or to send a link or just to send whatever you want. You can set up the message whatever way it needs to be. And this is a way that you can engage with your audience without actually engaging with them. So a lot of people in verified earners are running this, and now I'm sharing it with you. You can do it for feed posts as well. In the description of the video or the picture or whatever, you can say comment ass to get the exact same thing. It's just an automation tool, but it allows you to increase conversions with your audience. Now, another benefit of doing the posts on like the fucking main page, like pictures and reels and shit, if you do the comment way, is you're getting a lot of engagement on the video. So that's actually going to boost engagement on the actual post itself. So if you have comment ass to get a picture of the ass, a lot of people are going to be commenting ass. So you're going to get a lot more engagement than you previously would if you're just posting the picture, because you're telling them they can get something by commenting. The more comments you get on the post, the more Instagram is going to suggest you to more a bigger audience. So that's ManyChats. Check it out. After I'll have a link if you want to get it straight away. You can, but I think I read it right that you get like a free month or something. Okay, so funnel, links, bios, call to action on posts. This girl is a girl that does the exact same strategy as what I talked about on the Reels page. How to grow with the champagne fucking pappy method. That's what we call it. Pouring champagne, the champagne overflows into loads of glasses. This girl is how I found it. Found it about 6 months ago. There was a reel that she was doing that was doing really well at the time. Oh yeah. So there's a thing you can do on Instagram that you'll get away with. On TikTok, you won't get away with it, but on Instagram, it works, and you can do this. So it's the green screen video. You can have the girl do like a sex scene or a solo clip or whatever it is, and do it outside or something that is very clear on what it is. So you have the video, you do black bars top and bottom, and then you have the girl green screen the video. So her face is covering what's going on in the video because you have it black bars, so you can't see the full clip. And then you have the sound running underneath. So you can hear like the clapping if she's having sex, or if she's squirting, you can hear the kind of squirt noise. You can hear that in the back of the video, but she's like having her face over it, and she's kind of like blocking all the action with her face. And she's smiling, rolling her eyes, like acting surprised. I couldn't find an example now, But she used to do this, and this is how I found out her whole like Instagram funnel. It's huge. If you search her name, you'll find hundreds of Instagram accounts. I would say that Instagram is her main funnel, but she's massive. So that is something that you can do. That's super risky, but you can have loads of real accounts just posting these types of videos and they can go viral. That's how I initially found her, was these the green screen strategy. Is she just had real accounts dedicated to green screen, and that's all she posted was black bar videos. In the center was her having sex, her squirting or whatever, and her face was covering the video. So you're using one of the tools or applications in Instagram. So Instagram be like, right, this person's really pushing out what we can do on Instagram. So you're going to get more traction that way, is because you're showing people what you can do on the Instagram platform. You're using all the tools that Instagram provide. And she's just a really good example. So that's one thing that I remember there. So breaking down the funnel for links, bios, call to actions. This girl is doing carousel. So that like double block, that stands for a carousel. You can have pictures, you can have videos, but this I just want to include because this is a really good example of a landing page for anything you want. So it can be dating apps, it could be real pages, but the style of content, the style of photos is really nice. It's girl next door. It's not too professional. It's not too amateurish. It's in the middle. It's just a girl with a really nice camera that takes really good photos. This is good. This is nice. The bio is another thing. Nothing sexual. There is nothing sexual here that is going to shadow ban the account. Art history major. It's simple. It's funny. It's flirtatious. It's just like, what the fuck? It's like, she's clearly not fucking art history major. And if she is, she's fucking fried. So this is something I want to show you because it's super simple. There's no real call to action to the OnlyFans. It's just a girl on Instagram that posts content. If people know that she has an OnlyFans, or if people want to seek out that she has an OnlyFans, they're going to know straight away. They're going to click on it. And another example of how she promotes is she's just tagging the main page. So she has the main page here, FEQDX, and on the secondary page, she's tagged, or on the, sorry, that's the main page. She's tagged the secondary page. On this page, she's tagged the fucking main page. This is what you can do for the champagne pappy method, whatever. Just keep overflowing. Just keep tagging accounts and growing them that way. Now, actually, I think I've forgotten to include something. No, I can talk about it here. Okay, never mind. So this is an example of a really nice page. This is how you should make your Instagram look, whether you're doing Instagram, whether you're doing dating apps. If you're doing dating apps, you're either doing a private page, so they can't see anything. You have a simple funnel. You can tag a secondary page if you want with Reels, if you're growing it that way. But you can just have a really simple bio, have the age. If she looks 18, put in 18. Always, if she's like looking older than that, if she's looking like above late 20s, just have a simple bio. There's no need to say, come chat to me here, daddy, make it sexual, loads of sexual emojis. It's just fucking retarded. It looks like a spam account that's trying to get affiliate signups for dating app sites or fucking webcam sites. It's just, it's not needed. Like, have a girl look like a girl. It's the best thing. Right. So babe pages. This is another gem that not a lot of people talk about. And I can mention the thing that I wanted to say. So growing the real pages, one thing that I forgot to mention is the ways that you can grow the real page. So if I have the main page and I want to shout out the secondary page, what are the ways that I can tag the secondary page to make it grow? We can on post. So if we're posting a reel, in the description of the video, we can tag the secondary account. It's just like follow my second account. Something super short, super simple to funnel people to the secondary account. Or you could say, if it's a reel, you could say, I posted the full version on @ and then tag the secondary account that you want to grow. So that's a post. In the bio, if you want to grow a secondary page, you can just simply do this. Main is, or secondary account is, or follow my backup account and tag that account. So you're constantly overflowing the champagne and funneling people to other accounts. Then lastly is the links. That's focused on babe pages. But another thing that came to mind is comments. So on a reel, you can comment and say, follow my backup account, or just post the full version on my backup account, follow my day in the life account, whatever. Tag, when you're trying to overflow and funnel people to a new account, tag the secondary account in as many places as possible on the primary account. So that's one thing that I want to mention that I forgot. So babe pages. What the fuck is a babe page? A babe page is an Instagram page that posts the best looking girls. And the massive benefit of this is you can actually make money on your own without giving money to the girl. And you can have instant traffic sources. So a babe page takes all of the highest quality content, the best looking girls, the highest converting content, the best features, so massive tits, massive ass, girls that can twerk really well, girls with really pretty faces. You're taking the highest converting content, so like dream models that would make you a shit ton of money without doing any work. You're taking these models and post them on your Instagram account, but it's just a fan page account. It's not attached to a girl. You will attach it later to a girl to start making money from it. But your goal is to get as much attention as possible to that account. And you do that by posting really high quality girls. It's going to be fucking 2-3 posts a day. And all these posts are from different accounts. So you're going to go on TikTok, you're going to go on Instagram, you're going to download the content that went viral and repost it on this page. It's not going to be one girl that you're posting. It's going to be loads of girls. So you get loads of attention, because yesterday you might have posted a girl that is Asian. Today you might post a girl that is Black. Tomorrow you might post a girl that is Hispanic. You're getting all the traffic from different fetishes and different preferences. So that is what a babe page is. You post really high converting content. You can turn them into reels. You can turn them into carousels, regular posts, whatever it may be. And you try grow the account as much as possible and get as much impressions as possible. Now, how the fuck do you make money from it? Very simple. You can sell shout outs. So if you don't already have a model, you can set up these. You can buy a few phones and set up these accounts and start building them, so that when you get a model, all you have to do is tag the model, like I explained with the secondary method. So the overflowing fucking champagne. You tag the model in every post that you're managing. So the way you do that is this post, the bio is going to be, or the caption is going to be, I found her username at, or her username is. This is going to be your model's username. It's not going to be this girl. This girl, you're going to be like 2 lines down, and you're not going to tag her. And you're just going to say model's name at whatever, but you're not going to tag them. So make sure you don't tag them. You want to tag your girl. And this is basically, so you're making it hard to find the original girl, but you're making it super easy to find your girl. So they're most likely going to tap on the girl that is clickable, which is going to be your girl. You're going to tag your girl in the reel, in the post. So that's how you tag and get traffic to your accounts on the post. With the bio, you're going to put in the girl's link tree. So create a unique tracking link and create a unique link tree so that you can use that unique tracking link and post this on all the reel accounts. That is how you're going to get traffic to the OnlyFans account. Then how you're going to get traffic to the main page of the girl that you're promoting with the babe pages, because remember, you can get 30, 40, 50, 60 million impressions a month on these accounts because the content is so high converting. You tag the main girl, you tag the girl that you want to promote here. So you tag them in the bio, you have a unique link tree with their OnlyFans link and their main Instagram in the link tree, so in the link option, and then you tag them in the post. So in the post, you're gonna be like, this baddie's at is, and then you tag her, your girl. Then 2 lines down, you say, model featured in video, mention the name, but don't tag her. And then obviously, if you find out some of these pages, they're very easy to find. You can copy what they're doing. I'm trying very hard to not say exactly what we do because I don't want it to get burnt. So yeah, just search up real pages on Instagram, babe pages, and like if you type in like babes real or real babe or something, and you spell real as in Instagram real, you'll find something. They're very easy to find. They're fucking huge, and you can copy and emulate what they're doing. So that is babe pages. The benefit of this is it's fucking zero work for the model, and it's massively time efficient for you. So if you're to set up dating apps for your girl, that takes staff, that takes fucking time. It takes time to start getting traffic to the OnlyFans account. But if you are a person that is running a big agency and you're just focused on building out real pages, there's people in verified earners that are getting 500, 600, 700 subs with just babe pages. They have the exact strategy that I've given you, is they just tag the girl's account on the babe pages, and they're just using babe pages, and they're getting 5, 6, 700 subs. You can do this. And the massive benefit of it is, let's say that girl leaves her agency, you're working with her for 3 months and you're promoting her with babe pages. Let's say tomorrow she leaves and you sign a girl in 2 days. All you have to do is set up the exact same funnel. You go back, you tag the girl in all the posts, because you can edit the posts. You replace the link tree with the new girl and her OnlyFans and her Instagram, and then you tag the new girl in all the babe pages. So it's instant traffic to the girl's page. Once you set it up, you're getting all the traffic. You're in control of the traffic. If the girl is getting massive hits on her TikTok every month, when she leaves the agency, she most likely has those TikTok accounts on her page or on her phone. Like, she's running with them. And if you own them, it's your job to repurpose them or give them back to her. And obviously, there's going to be disputes. There's going to be some differences in who owns what. So this is a way that you have complete ownership of what you're doing. So it's very important. Now, the second benefit, which I think I mentioned at the beginning, is you can sell shout outs on babe pages. So let's say a model leaves her agency and you're down to 0 girls, and you're like, fuck, I need cash and I need to keep in the game so I know what I'm doing and have some experience. If you have 0 experience and you have no girl, or you had a girl and she left, this is a win-win for you, because you can start building these like fucking crazy, dedicate all your time to doing this, and then sell shout outs on this page. So this is an excellent way to grow on Instagram. It's a fucking massive, massive earner for verified earner people. They talk about it a lot, as well as many chats. This is a really good traffic source, and it's going nowhere. Do you want to talk about anything else here? With regards to price for shout, wait. Oh yeah, I'll talk about it here. Okay, so next, promo. So another way that you can get traffic to your Instagram is paid shoutouts. Now, the 3 types of paid shoutouts that you can do, well, the 3, 5, whatever, I'll just fucking read them. Meme pages on Instagram. This is the exact same strategy as babe pages, except people are running up meme pages and doing shout outs on meme pages. So there can be a story shout out, there can be a shout out post, there can be tagging. So the meme page can tag you or put you in the caption. So it's just like, if they post you on the meme page, they're going to tag you in the description and be like, oh, this baddie's username is, and they funnel to your page. They can pin your comment. So the meme page could post a meme and it could be hating on OnlyFans girls or supporting OnlyFans girls or something. And the post could feature the girl, but it's like a news report or something. And the girl comments on the meme page and says, hey, that's me. Or, hey, I thought that was valid. And the meme page pins that comment. So all the traffic that is going to the comment section sees that the girl featured in the post is commenting. Then they go to the Instagram page of the girl. So that's another way, is like pin comments. Captions of the post is another way. If they post it, then where you can do the shout outs is meme pages, babe pages, which is this, then independent models. So an independent model is like one account. So it's like Effie, like you pay her to do a shout out on your page. Most likely she's going to do a story post. She's not going to post you here. Or she could post on a secondary account that still has decent traffic, but it's not fucking up her main account and losing traffic. And once again, you can build these and you can sell for shout outs. I would say memes are the cheapest. Bay pages are the next cheapest. And then independent models, this is totally going to depend on the model, the following that she has, how closely related in terms of look wise she is. Like if you have a girl next door from America that's blonde with freckles with big tits, and the independent model has the exact same look as you, she can charge a heavy buck for that because she knows in the back of her mind that a lot of people are going to lose or are going to go over to the new girl if they prefer her. But because they follow such a closely related look, it's like, why wouldn't they? So it's super high convert. If yeah, you get what I mean. And then okay, captions for shout outs should be short and simple. My friend is crazy with an emoji. So this is like the tagging method in the descriptions. Next is S for S. So shout out for shout out, share for share. This is when you have an Instagram account and a girl posts a story and it's of another girl. So you get a lot of people that are new to the industry doing this on Instagram, but then you get a lot of high level players, and the high level players are the people that you'll find in verified earners, and they'll connect. So, for example, one of the guys has 500K followers on Instagram on one of his pages. Another agency might have 5 girls with 100,000 followers. So their network matches 500, 100 is 500. The guy will have a deal with the other guy that he'll share one of the girls on his story as long as that guy shares his girl on all 5 stories because the network matches. It's 500 and 500. So that's a free way. So you're exchanging audiences for free. That is share for share. So that's the free method. The paid shout out is where one person will pay the other to post the girl, and that's it. The guy that's paying doesn't have to promote the other girl, so he's not losing an audience, and then the other guy is getting the money, but he's losing audience. So it's it balances out the pros and cons. It's equal. Right. Okay, I'm talking for about 50 minutes. Questions. Write your questions, and then I'm going to answer the questions. How do you know the account reach has been limited? So you go to account settings, privacy settings, and you're going to find it there. I'm actually going to do it on my phone. Right, questions that you want to ask me now or type them in the chat, and then I'm going to go through all the questions that were asked in the chats.
Hey Shane, I had a question regarding the. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So I had a question regarding the amount of accounts that you used, so that you use per model. So basically, our strategy relied upon having a main account, like purposing the content, and then we just have a lot of sale accounts with similar usernames, just reposting the content that she made on the main account via automation. Do you think that hurts the reach of the content in any way, or do you think it's a valid way to go about Instagram?
Automation as in terms of scripts or hiring cheap people?
No,
Like,
like automation in terms of the save accounts are fully automated on our side. So when I mean automation is like software handling the accounts. And basically what they do is they have a prompt of the main account of the model. And then what they do is just they repost the content that is placed on the main account throughout all the slave accounts. Do you think that's a valid way to go about it, or do you think that may harm the reach because the content is so repurposed?
no, I wouldn't say that harms the reach. That's basically like the old mother and slave method. That is still valid. The only thing that I would say is automation on Instagram can harm the account. So if you ever look at like what I'm studying a lot recently is people that are going viral in the big industries. So like Alex Hormozy, Iman Ghazi, the people that are like really famous. I try to listen to what their social media people do, and they all do homegrown devices. They do proper devices, and they limit the amount of software that they're using. So That's what I try to stick to. I try emulate that. They're the ones that are making the big fucking money, way more money than you can make in OnlyFans, in my opinion. But like that's personal branding. They all say use home devices, but if you have scripts and you're getting results with it, keep pushing it.
Okay.
Uh, Jo Carvelo, how do you know if the account reach has been limited? I'm going to screen record my phone on my Instagram page, and I'm going to show you how you check it after the call. Because me explaining it now, I think is just stupid. I'll just send it as a separate video. When posting reels in my model, how much should I expect the view to sub ratio to be for a paid profile? This is the thing we struggle with Instagram. With TikTok, Reddit, dating apps, it's usually a lot easier to break down a number. Like for dating apps, I can say the sub ratio is for every Tinder account we have, we get between 1 to 0.5 subs. So if we have 100 accounts active on Tinder, we'll get between 50 and 100 subs per day. With Instagram, it can be all over the shop. Like when I was first getting into Instagram properly, we had reels that were doing 2, 3, 4, 500K views and we're getting like 8 subs. But now we can get a lot higher. So what this comes down to is your audience. If your audience is fucked on Instagram, the views are worth nothing. So it really comes down to, for me to answer that question, it comes down to your audience. You need to be focused on getting a good audience. If you don't have a good audience, it's impossible to give you a number. You could get 1 million views in a day and get 2 subs. It's really hard to predict with Instagram. That's why it's so important to get the location pinned properly. How do you run multiple slave accounts? Can we buy followers in slave account? Yes, that's a very basic question. But yes, you run multiple slave accounts. You can do it on a device. You can do it on sharing tools. Sharing tools dot services, Instagram growth service. These people have automatic or automation functions. Look that up. Run multiple slave accounts. So you can do it on device, you can do it on sharing tools, you can do with click farms where you can do sharing tools. Can we buy followers in slave accounts? Yes, you can. Right. No, that's not them. ssmfollowers.in. This is a growth service that you can use, or maybe double check. I don't know. I'll post the correct one. But here's one, like patsocial.com. They're all pretty decent. SSM followers is the one we use, but I'm not sure which domain it is. They're all similar. You can buy followers, but they're bot followers. So you don't want that. You want good audience because remember what I said. If you have a shit ton of people from India, like bot accounts, the Instagram accounts were set up in India, that is terrible for your reach. You do not want that. So I do not recommend buying followers. I got a model living in Miami. Can I ask her to create the real page and after they're set up, connect on them? I would just have her run an Instagram page by herself and send her all the content that you want posted. So you do all the work for her. All she has to do is go to a Telegram channel, download the video and post it. That is something you can do. And then you should focus yourself on building out your own Instagram pages. Because if you think of it this way, she has 5 Instagram accounts that she can have on her phone. You have 5. If you have one device, you can have 5 as well. If you are both sharing one Instagram account, you're limiting yourself to the number of accounts you can have on Instagram. So if she's willing to do this, have her do 5 Instagram accounts, have her do all the posting. You do all the work for her. So you give her the exact caption. You give her the exact piece of content. You give her the exact thumbnail. Make it super, super efficient for her. Then you take 5 Instagram accounts and you do the exact same thing. Would you recommend to use ManyChat on her main account or just on the real accounts? On main accounts, definitely. On real accounts. On main accounts, if she has a very established Instagram account, I wouldn't fuck with it, to be honest. If you're building out reel pages, I would do this because reel pages, they tend to be very low engagement in terms of the model. Like stories, fuck, that's one thing I forgot to mention. Right, I'll answer this question and I'll talk about it. So with reel pages, they tend to be fucking throw the mud and hopefully it sticks at the wall. With a regular Instagram account, that tends to be a lot more engagement from the model. So you can see a lot more of her life, a day in the life. She's posting stories of her dog. She's posting stories of holidays. She's fucking posting stories when she's in the steam room, whatever. Um, I would do all the reel pages because they're naturally lower on engagement. Now I want to talk about some stories. I forgot to mention this when I was talking. What we do is there's max 31 days in a month. We have a folder for each day of the month. And in that folder, there's going to be 2-3 pieces of content that are safe to post on Instagram. This could be a video of her walking her dog. It could be a selfie in the mirror after having a shower. So she has a towel over her tits and like she's in a towel or whatever. A gym selfie. You can even take these yourself. Well, you can't really, but like if you're like in the gym, you can take a picture of a fucking weight, if you get what I mean. Or you can do a gym selfie where the girl is like all sweaty in the gym and it's a selfie or a mirror selfie or whatever. You have these in folder one. One stands for the date of the month. You use these to post on stories. So all the Instagram accounts that you're running as an agency, you take these and you post these once or twice a day. And you do that for every single day of the month. So on day 10, you're going to have a folder with like 5 or 6 pieces of content that are unique to day 10. So it would take 6 months. If you have 6 pieces of content in folder 10, you're going to use that for 6 months. So you're going to take one story post from folder 10, which is the date of the month, 10th. You're going to take that, you're going to post it as a story, and you're going to use that. Next month, you're going to use picture 2 or video 2 from folder 10. So you can get 6 months out of that, and no one's going to fucking remember that you posted it before. You do this for all 31 days of the month. It's going to take you a while to build up, but once you save it, you have it, and that's it. That's yeah, I forgot to mention that with stories, but you should be posting a lot of stories. It is okay to buy comments to reels. I think this was asked before. If it increases engagement, yes. So a lot of people here will know the Luke Belmer podcast where he's talking about selling dog products, and he has people, or he was artificially commenting on the post and be like, he was causing controversy, he was causing arguments in the comment section of, oh, my dog is better, this dog, what type of dog do you have? And he was trying to get people to engage with the content, so it was reducing his CPMs. So the cost of his ad, it was reducing it because it was getting so much organic engagement is what I believe he was doing. Maybe you can do this. If it causes a lot of shitstorm in the comment section, it causes a lot of people to comment, then maybe it's good. But you commenting or you buying a shit ton of comments saying, oh, you're so hot, oh my God, babe, like whatever, I don't think that's going to do any good. You want people arguing. You want to start controversy in the comments. That would be a much better strategy. Does engagement tend to drop with multiple accounts when they are being running from the same phone or IP? No, I don't think so. Once again, it comes down to the account itself. So some accounts might go viral in a week. Some accounts might go viral the first day. Some accounts might take 3 months to go viral. And some accounts don't go viral at all. It really comes down to the Instagram account, and it cannot be predicted. For Babe's Girl, can we start from scratch and use content of the 0% to get a good audience, then promote our own model? Yes, of course. That is what a Babe page is for. Get as much traction to the Instagram page as possible. If you want to pin, like if you had 3 girls in your agency, you could run all of these Babe pages and then just pin your models on the top 3 posts and tag them. Like there's so many ways that you can navigate a Babe page, or you can do sort of what this suggestion is from Limitless is you can run a Babe page for 2 months. You might be searching for a model and you don't know what to do. So you're just you need to do something. So you can grow a Babe page of the top models, like super famous. Waifu Mia, fucking give me another famous girl that everyone knows, fucking Bella Porch, like really, really famous girls that are going to get attention. If you set up an Instagram account with Andrew Tate, people are going to know exactly who he is. So that is something you can get attention really quick. So if you're creating babe pages with girls that are super popular, you're going to get instant traction because you're posting content that everyone relates to or everyone knows. Like if fucking Leonardo DiCaprio embraces or endorses Manscaped, like a lot of people are going to watch that ad because they know Leonardo DiCaprio. If you have me endorse Manscaped, fuck all people are going to look at the ad because they don't know who I am, so it's not grabbing their attention. So think about it that way. Use the fucking good girls. That's what a babe page is for. And don't worry about stealing their content. Literally, just fucking delete it if someone comes for you. But then you can convert that page. So you have loads of followers, you have loads of organic reach, the reels get loads of views. Then you can archive all the posts and start posting it as your own model. But I do not recommend that because you're limiting yourself then. With babe pages, you're always versatile. You always have the opportunity to make money with it. So keep it as a babe page and you're always going to have the best performing content to use on it. Does many chats work on Twitter? I have not used it and I don't know. On Twitter. I've not used it on Twitter. If I raised, but I do know they have automations for a few things. If I raised a model reel page up to 120 hours and the model has dropped, can I use this count for a new model when I delete? Don't delete the posts, archive them. Or you can turn it into a reels page, which I would recommend because then you can build up the reel page strategy on how to grow reel pages. You can do this for babe pages as well. So constantly post the secondary babe page that you're trying to build up. That's what I do, in my opinion. I would keep it as a babe page and constantly have it pushing traffic to your girls page. But you always have that babe page to fall back on. Keep building babe pages alongside it, and you're always going to have a traffic source. Like the minute that you plug in the girls' accounts onto the babe page, it's the babe page, the fucking girl is getting traction. She's getting traffic. And if that model decides to leave, fuck her, you still have the account. Whereas if you convert that account to your model's account, that model is going to come back to you and be like, hey, that's my account. Like they're probably going to cause a shitstorm and want the account off you. Or they're going to go into a Telegram chat and blast you. It's like, oh, he stole my account and all this shit. And it's like, how are you going to prove that you built that account? It's like, it just looks shit. It's not a good look. So focus on having traffic sources that you own that you can get the most attention with. So I recommend babe pages massively. Just to clarify, if I'm targeting for 10 paid fans per day, how many real views should I aim to get? Like I said, I can't give you a number. Like we've had reels get 500k views and fucking less than 10 subs. But on the flip side, we've had reels that got less than fucking 100k views and we've had over like 200 subs just from one account. So it's really hard to know. Do you use a Facebook account linked and cross post the reels to it? No, we don't bother with Facebook Reels. The conversions are fucking really low. If you want to try it, but we don't. Yeah, and I make a link tree of all the model I want to promote in bio from my agency. I've just come up with an idea that you could try. You could create your own domain page on all the babe pages, and you can create like the website, like the super kind of amateurish website, and have all the models to your agency on that site. So it's like the landing site, the landing page is going to be pictures of your girls, and it's going to be like all the models featured in this babe page. You can get access to their socials here. And then you can tag their Instagram, you can tag their OnlyFans. So kind of like OnlyFinder. And you could make like a kind of amateurish girl looking site. You could do that. Or you can do a link tree tagging all the girls. But I would just focus on one babe page, focus or promoting one girl at a time. That's going to lead you to the best results. And if the babe page is focused on a particular niche like Asian, and you have an Asian girl, make sure you're just promoting the Asian girl. Don't go promoting a fucking black girl. It doesn't make sense. Because sometimes on reel page, I get 0 views on the reel. I just need to get post every day till I get audience. So with reel pages, it's so different to TikTok. Like you could be posting with really low views for 2 weeks, and then you could get a viral video. Or you could be doing it for 3 months, and then you get a viral video. With Instagram, it takes a long time. But if you're getting 0 views on every single video, I would look at if you have a shadow ban on the account. I'll send a screen recording after this to explain it. What type of content should be posted on Bay Pages stories to improve the engagement? Literally the girls. You're trying to get traffic to the Bay page. So just post good girls, post good looking girls. Every time you post a reel, make sure you post it on the story so that it's coming up on their feed in some way. So it's going to come up on the story way. If you post a carousel or a picture, repost it on the story so they can click on it and tag it. Just post the same content. It's very simple. Right, back to this fucking shite. Man, every time I do these calls, my fucking voice goes, right? I do have one, sorry, about your mother's slave method on Twitter and one on TikTok. Fuck, that wasn't even a question. If your account cannot be recommended on feed, then it shows you can be recommended again. Is reach still the same, or it acts like a mini shadow ban? Fuck off. Right. If everything's green, the account is fine. Is IG a numbers game for reels just like TikTok? Yes. 3 to 5 reels per day and you're good to go. At least one post a day is what you need. Going over 5 is just a little silly. Like I said earlier, if you have loads of content just being posted and posted and posted, it doesn't really give a chance for content to go viral. It's just because you keep drowning it out. Like if I post a reel tomorrow and in 24 hours, I have another 20 posts made. It's like, how much is a person on Instagram to watch all 20 of those videos? But if I have a person that follows me on Instagram and I post one reel a day, that's only like 10 seconds for them to watch my reel and see my reel. Like they're going to be on Instagram at least once a day. They're going to get suggested on the feed. But if I post 20 videos, they're not going to be on Instagram enough to scroll through the homepage to get suggested all 20 reels by me, plus all the other people that they're following. So don't do too much. How do you get recommended in US, like for TikTok? Okay, I've answered this already. Is posting on aged accounts better than posting on fresh made accounts? Okay, so for fresh accounts, you want to post reels. For aged accounts, you want to do date naps or mother slave method where you're doing follow and follow. That is because you're less likely to get banned and the accounts can sit there a lot longer. You're not going to get action bans or anything like that. Or it's not going to flag Instagram that it's a fucking bot account. So fresh accounts, I would focus on real pages. Aged accounts, I would focus on private accounts that are landing pages for Tinder and date naps and fucking whatever. Can you post the same reel on multiple accounts or do you need to change the metadata? What I would do is run it through the bot and then you're good to go. So yeah. How many IG accounts do you recommend having on 1P? We've a lot. But like I said, we've Instagram farms in America. So we have a few people running them. So maybe like they might have 3, 4, 5 phones each, and that's it. And they're all family members, so they work for cheap, and they're all fucking 14 years old. Shout out to my cousins. Right. How do you ensure you hit US audience? For example, the Cantanzaro brothers once mentioned in an interview that if audience is being Indian, they have a way to fix it. It's reaching US audience. So what I explained earlier about the audience, you want to focus all of the content that's being pushed out to a US audience. So if you're posting a fucking Indian movie, it's not going to get any traction in America. It's going to be most likely pushed to Indian people. If you're pushing strictly US content, and the way you can do US content is by location, hashtags, description, keywords. So keywords could be like fucking Patriots game, shit like that. If an IG reel account is not getting any traction, we'll connect it to TikTok, putting on date naps, shouting it out. Yes, that is just common sense. That is literally what you're trying to do. The IG page is a funnel. If you're doing IG, you should be doing TikTok. And if you're doing IG, date naps can be very difficult for people. But if you're doing Instagram, why aren't you doing TikTok? Because TikTok goes to Instagram and you're going to get the benefit of getting all the views. Can an account created in South America be used in Canada, US for sometimes and have its content pushed to Americans, or will it keep pushing to South Americans? Once again, it really depends on the content that you're pushing out. If the content is based around South American shite, it's going to be pushed to South America. If you're talking about Argentina playing fucking Colombia, it's going to be pushed to those countries. Like it's that has no business being in America. Can I fully manage an Instagram account from a computer, or you have better results with phone? Always do a phone. Like you can't even do half the features on fucking desktop. It helps buying comments to real videos. No, I don't think so. Guys, if you've asked these questions twice, please don't do that. It just doesn't make sense. I will need to make the Instagram account with the USA VPN. No, I don't think you should do this. Just focus on having American content, just pushing it with American keywords in the description, in the location, etc. Fucking yeah, I don't think so. Have I a US based Instagram account? Can I use normal European IP? Yeah, as long as you're focused on pushing the content to America. If you're in Germany and you're talking about fucking Hitler, you're not going to get into America. Do you have experience making agency dependent reels? That is a babe page, and that's what you should be focused on. My girl is posting 3 reels daily for 4 months. She has 500 subscribers on Instagram. Focus on better content, focus on call to actions, focus on actually engaging with your audience. That is just a girl problem. Like if people aren't following the account, that is the account's problem. So what you're posting on the account is clearly not engaging enough. So make it better. Focus on the quality of the video, focus on the background, focus on how attractive the girl is. She can do her hair. She might look better without makeup. She might she might be able to wear nicer clothes. She might be able to dance better. She might be able to smile better. Happy girls make money. Always focus on what you can improve. If they're not engaging with the content and following Instagram, that's a problem with what you're telling the girl to do. How you effectively use collab option. Okay, done that. Do we have warm up a new Instagram account? Okay, so for real pages, you can post one a day. Just don't do follow and follow. Like if you have a new Instagram account, don't do anything at mass. Don't do mass messages. Don't do follows. Don't do unfollows. Don't do a lot of actions on the Instagram account. That is how you warm up an account. Just steady and slow. 1 reel per day, you're good to go. Do we have, and when you first set up the account, I would do like 6 posts a day. If you want to do 6 posts a day just to fill up the feed, you can, but you only need to do that for like 2 or 3 days. So you may as well just post 2, 3 times a day and it's fine. And then go down to 1 minimum. Set up IG Reel account to target the US audience. Okay, I've covered this. Does it make sense to upload reels to accounts with 0 followers? If it's a new account, that's fine. If it's aged, the problem with the aged account is the audience, the previous audience, or the audience that's going to be pushed to could be India, and it's just a waste of time. So if you're doing real pages, I would always suggest to do a new account and focus on getting people from America to engage with content. That's going to suggest it to other Americans. How many reels per day for maximum results on one account? 1 to 5 is fine. For max results, this really comes down to the content. If you're doing 3 posts a day and you're getting lots of views on all 3 posts, then stick with 3. If you're doing 1 and you're getting lots of views, but then the next day you try 2 and the views on both videos is less than what you were getting on 1 video, go back to 1. What are the factors to know if the real account is usable or a new account should be created? The audience. So after you're posting content, check the audience. If it's good, keep going. If it's shit, that is your answer. If an audience is primarily focused on India when you first get started for like the first month and you're not seeing any change, even though you're following the steps on how to get more American people, if you don't get a change, I would suggest just converting it to a private page as a landing page because the audience is pretty much it's pretty much worthless. Having loads of Indians or a poor country, it's worthless. So just focus on having it as a landing page. When should I remove the reel from the profile grid? It really depends on what the page is being purposed for. If you're doing the way that I told you, where you have a reel and you have a really nice thumbnail, you don't have to remove it from the grid. If you're not doing any thumbnails and you're doing the shitty fucking thumbnail attached to the reel, then I would remove it from the grid. When a custom domain is used for link in bio with location lookup, is there an easy way to use multiple IG accounts with different OF tracking links? You're going to have to set up a unique landing page for each one if you want unique tracking links. Like you can't have one link for multiple people. I don't think. I think it has to be a unique domain. Do you recommend also? I'm going to include for Stealth Creator, which tracks all of the data of where people are coming from, where the link clicks are coming from, and all the traffic. And then if you want to hide a specific country with a landing page, we're going to show you how to make the IP sensitive web page. It's going to come in the guide probably this week. We're going to show you how to do it, and then we're going to show you how to set it up with Stealth Creator because it's a really good tool together. The person that was doing the unique IP tracking, it's just a lot of work for the price that we can charge. Like I can't charge like $100 to set up a website. It's crazy. So we're gonna give you the guide on how to set up the IP tracking for free, or the IP tracker sensitive website for free. And then we're gonna show you how to implement it with Stealth Creator to get the best results. And then you just pay for Stealth Creator. So it's a win-win for you. Do you recommend using scheduler software for reels or posting manually? Posting manually always. All the top guys on all the podcasts will say posting manually. How many IGs on one phone? You can have 5. If I've raised a model to, okay, oh man, you fucking asked this twice. Our normal feed posts also need it on the reel account. Yes, you can do that. So if you scroll up here, this girl, Effie, she has loads of different styles of Instagram pages. These are her main Instagram pages, and this is what she has. She has a mix. She has a mix of a standard photo, a carousel. So this could be a picture. Then she could have a video. She could have multiple pictures or just multiple videos after, whatever. Then she has reels. So this girl is implementing all the functions of an Instagram account. So for a main page, you can post anything. So normal feed posts, and what I suggested about the pin post for a reel page, you should have 3 pin photos at the top. So when they see it on the phone, no matter what size phone they have, they can see the best looking photos you have of that model. All the best features are focused on the top 3 posts. How to target American audience? Right, got that. Is there any way to run Instagram without American SIM card? You don't need a SIM card. It's all about the audience. You need to get recommended to an American audience and use the snowball effect of them engaging with your content. The people that follow those people, that interact with those people, start seeing it because they interacted with you. Like if someone follows me on Instagram, I'll explain it again. If someone follows me on Instagram and I comment on a post, that comment and that post is going to get suggested to my followers. So the people that follow me. So if I see a girl and I comment sexy ass bitch or sexy ass hoe, whatever the fuck, all the people that follow me are going to be able to see that post because it's going to get suggested when they go to the comments. My comment is going to be the top comment because I'm in their follower list and they're going to see that I engage with that content. So that's how you grow, is because you're going to get American followers and you want those American followers to engage with you, and all their followers, which are most likely going to be American, because they're not going to have fucking, unless they're an absolute stud, they're not going to have people from all the world following them. It's going to be close friends that are based in America. How many shoutouts per day on the reel page? 1 to 2. It really depends. Like if you, okay, one thing I want to be clear on as well. If you're doing the fucking champagne pop method and you're doing 1 champagne glass to 4 accounts, don't post all 4 accounts on the same day because you're just going to look like a fucking spam artist. Like, do it legitimately. Post 1 account a day. Then on that second account that you did the post, you might post the other account, and then so forth, so fucking whatever. Do it slow. Don't just spam people and say follow all fucking 10 of my secondary accounts at the same go. Grow accounts as quickly as possible. So I recommend just keep it simple, is grow the main account as much as you can. That should be your main focus. Then have your secondary account and grow this account up to like 3, 4, 5,000 followers. And once it gets to that point, grow another one. Then once that gets 3 to 5, grow another one. And just keep overflowing the water into the tap, into the fucking glass. Next glass, get the next glass. Once that fills up, get another glass, then have the water. Don't waste any water. Constantly grow all the accounts. How many reels? 1 to 5. And by the way, to grow the reel page, we can use DA as well, or to the main account. Right. So for dating apps, you want to have the account that is going to show off her life. So going to the gym, showing off an actual girl behind the fucking camera, not a real page where you're just spamming content and not really actively engaging. That's why I said you should use many chats for the real pages, because the activity on the account always tends to be lower. Like the personal touch is the best way to put it. Like the girl isn't really going to be active, but what you should be doing is having all your posts that you're posting on as the stories that you have access to, because you have access to the real pages, on the real page. So remember I said about the folders, having a bit of content in folder 1, which stands for the first day of the month. Have that content. When she posts a story of her being in the gym, you might post a post from her walking her dog on the real page. So it's different content, and it actually looks like she's engaging with that content differently, and you can use many chats. Okay, we're nearly done. Okay. SIM cards don't work for America or for IG. Is managing an Instagram account 100% from a computer? No, don't use computers. Not my recommendation. Always use devices. People don't use Instagram on a website. Rarely. I made 20 real pages for my model. I am currently getting 100, 200 views and only likes from my followers. Yeah, so you need to check the audience. So is it from followers or non-followers? And then once you see that, you'll be able to see in the settings if you have any shadow bans on the 4 things I talked about earlier. I'm going to show you after this call. I'm going to screen record my phone to check if your content is being showed and it's all green for the all 4. Can you explain the mass DM strategy? Okay, so a mass DM strategy, I recommended a mass DM service. I think I removed it. I should have removed it. So if I haven't, I'm going to double check after this call. It was the mass DM service that I used to use, and it was really, really cheap. Basically, to grow real pages, you could send out mass DMs, like 100,000, 500,000 mass DMs. And it was going to be a message of the girl's page. So you could tag the page, or you could send a post from that page or whatever it may be. And you could say, oh, this baddie just turned 18 and she released an OnlyFans on her 18th birthday or something. Something to get their attention and to go to the real page. And once they go to the real page, that is artificially pumping traffic to the real page. You're getting tons of clicks on that username, and Instagram is going to start to grow that page over time. So that is how you can use mass DM. But the mass DM is from slave accounts. So this looks like just a dead account. So there's not really going to be any content on it. It's just used for messages. The mass DM isn't done by the model's account because you don't want to get banned. So these accounts are slave accounts that are probably going to get banned, and it needs to be focused on pushing traffic to the girl's account. So the goal isn't to get the person that sent you the message. You don't want to open their message. You want to open their account that they sent you the message on. You want to open the message that they sent you. Like the girl is in the message. That's the context. That's the goal. That's what you use mass DMs for. So you can use that to grow real pages, the home page, babe pages. Like for the babe page, mass DM could be all the baddest girls in Miami. Check out all the baddest girls in Miami. Like get creative with it. And especially if you're targeting an audience, like you could scrape a user list of all the people that follow a particular gym or a particular nightclub in Miami, because then most of the people are going to be from Miami. And then you can filter by males and females, like a big biker club or something. That is going to be where a lot of men are, and you filter by men, and then you post or you send a message to all the men. So it's obviously you're going to need a way bigger list than that, because a nightclub isn't going to have 100,000 followers, but you get what I mean. Right. Ask more questions. We've got 10 minutes. Any questions? What about using BlueStacks to spoof the location of the US account? Right, listen, lads, I'm the most technically retarded person on this earth. So if you can get it to work and you can use it, do it. I just pay people to do it, or I want the least amount of moving parts in everything I do. The least amount of moving parts as possible is the best way, because that's going to replicate a normal user. The more software that you use, the more shit that you put in between of a person using an Instagram account going to the OnlyFans page. The more moving parts you have, the more stress it's going to be and the more things that can go wrong. So I have it as simplified as possible. I have people in America post my content. That is the best way. As least amount of moving parts as possible. If you can do BlueStacks, do it. Every Instagram account on one phone will be linked to the same Meta account center. Yes, you can do this. Yeah. Yes. What do you think of this call? I think I dropped some fucking bombs, man. I changed your lives. That's what I fucking did. And that's why I fucking started the group as well. Someone would have to pay me $500 for an hour, and you get it for 150 a month. Four calls a month. You can't beat it. I got a fucking chainsaw to my skull, and I poured my brain out in the fucking call. Right. More questions, or else I'm going to close it. I have things to do.
Thank you for the call.
Don't worry about it. It's all love. Any more questions, please ask. Okay, that's it. Right. Let me fucking... Okay, I'm going to send that, how to check the shadow ban, and I'm going to send the recording once it loads. And this time I recorded it on the cloud, whereas last time I recorded it on the device. And that's why I fucking sent the video as an actual watchable video. So I fucked up. I told you I'm technically retarded. So I've got it right this time. Right. Good luck. Adios, amigos. See you later. You're all sexy bastards.